Hello everybody. I hope you can hear me out there. It's good morning and good evening to some, and we want to say thank you for joining us, and a big thank you we'd like to first go out to Dr. Goodwin and her team's effort for inviting us for us to participate in such a great inauguration. We're so happy to see Australia finally emerging in the global apitherapy stage. We hope that this presentation will show you some examples of what we have learnt and experienced in the field of apitherapy. So let's enjoy. So a little bit about us, who we are. We are, for the most part, a husband and wife team, with myself bringing nearly 30 years of beekeeping and commercial honey gathering practices. I travel in migratory terms that allow me to take bees to explore, observe, examine and collect from many different environments. Evolving in apiculture has been a great gateway to apitherapy. I first went to an apimondia in 2007, which was held in Melbourne. There I bought a bee venom collector, which was a novelty to me back then, and I started to collect bee venom. And then accidentally, I got to cure a bone spur on my neck. This cure spurred me of a doctor's knife, and from then on I started to investigate more about apitherapy and what I could do with my bees. My first apitherapy conference was back in 2011. With the American Apitherapy Society, and there we had a conference in New Orleans. I'll pass you now to Ruth for a little quick chat.
I am a former medical librarian working at the University of Hong Kong for 23 years. I have started to become a beekeeper when I met and married to Simon 7 years ago. The bees and the medicinal beehive products all intrigued me to learn more about apitherapy globally. One of my major interests in the team is to collect evidence-based research papers to support the medicinal values of beehive products and practices of apitherapy.
Okay guys, you can see a big map on the wall up there now. So this is our global apitherapy study map, where we've been, and we try to fly whenever we can, but lately that doesn't seem so possible. But we started back in 2015, travelling from Australia and flying to Tokyo in Japan was the first time. And in Japan, we visited a bee farm in Tokyo University of Agriculture to learn about the researchers on bees, and there visited an apitherapist who taught us the micro-stinging techniques in the bee venom therapy. 2 years later, we went to Passau in Germany to participate in the 5th German Apitherapy Congress for a presentation and to attend a 2-day course and workshop on apitherapy organised by Dr. Stefan Stangausi and others. In the same year, we toured around different countries in Europe. We stopped in Slovenia to join the apitourists, visiting and exchanging experiences with the president of the Slovenian Beekeeping Association and many other apiarists and herbalists. To satisfy our desire more, we joined and completed a 5-day intensive apitherapy course and works in August 2018, again with Dr. Stefan Stangausi in his home country of Romania. In September 2019, we attended the 2019 Apimondia in Montreal and joined as many apiarist courses offered by apitherapists from different countries to strengthen our knowledge in apitherapy. So moving on, from those European experiences, we learn a lot and see a lot that we don't see in Australia. And one of the more unusual occupations we saw was about sleeping on bees. These are different setups to sleep on bees, where some beds were created in a variety of structures, some with a mattress and some without. The offer of the service depends on seasonal conditions, where most bees could not be accessed during the winter. The relaxed environment with the scent of the hives around you was a must-do when we got home from our travels. Again in Europe, we learnt the fascinating study about the beehive air. The beehive air can be conducted outside in the field, or in a booth, in a pharmacy, or inside in a room in a building. The scent of the hives can be likened to a bakery with fresh bread on offer, except that the high volatiles would go on to help heal and reduce many respiratory related illnesses. That's just wonderful to know this. Now, the rise of our Apilodge and the Beekeeping Apitherapy Education Centre, we equipped with various theories in apitherapy learnt from different countries and cultures, and we would like to share these learnings with the Australian communities. During the COVID time, when we could not fly anywhere, and we chose to build the Apilodge. We believe that the Apilodge is a unique, personal, empowering, living, energetic system generated from bees and the natural environment to help heal, adjust body imbalances and health issues. The Apilodge is also a meeting place that engages in beekeeping, apitherapy theories, practices and stories. Now, we understand that the environment is one of the most important factors in apitherapy, and therefore the Apilodge has been integrated with natural surroundings to enhance the relaxed dimension. We built the Apilodge in a way that a visitor will start a personal experience from outside, seeing the bees flying around, hearing the buzzing sounds of flying bees, and enhancing his olfactory faculty with the aroma from the beehives. Inside the Apilodge, the decor brings the visitor closer to the bees. Inside the Apilodge, it is spacious enough to accommodate visitors in small groups so that learning and practicing activities can be performed. Sleeping on bees and beehive air facilities are also provided for visitors to explore more about apitherapy and to receive health benefits. Personally, I've had many nights to sleep beside bees, which is a novel approach to better adjust my sleeplessness by way of letting the sound of bees temper and relax me. It is similar to having endorphins created from listening to your favourite music. The longer I am in the bees biofield, the better outcomes I have received, and I'm sure it will be for you too. Excuse me. A minimum of 2 hours rest is recommended when in the bee house. When I am awakened, I feel more the sense of revitalised energy and clearer focus. For the beehive air benefits, there are some real medical research suggested that the beehive air volatiles will bring positive health results for those experiencing headache, depression, anxiety, respiratory problems such as asthma, chronic bronchitis, emphysema, and etc. We have built a small, also compact bee house. It only has 2 beds inside, which can accommodate a couple. When visitors are resting on the bed, they will receive the unique benefits from the vibrating frequency of the bees on one hand and the relaxing views outside from the other. On top of that, the cabin has the internal venting system that captures and fills the cabins with aromatic scent and sounds of the hives. So the way forward here for us is, during the COVID, everything has been shut down. No fly in and out domestically in Australia and internationally like before. we could only rely on technologies to keep abreast of apitherapy topics via Zoom meetings and conferences. Luckily, we are nearing at the end of the tunnel, starting to see light. Queensland, our state, has started to remove mask mandate, and the number of people gathering in a facility has been relaxed. At this point, we can consider to open the Apilodge. Once the Apilodge is open, we can gather more data on therapies. For example, sleep on bees. We can measure the relaxation, stress levels pre and post sleeping on bees. And for the beehive air, we can measure the respiratory functions pre and post of administering beehive air using a spirometry. We are still budding apitherapists who love to have a lot of help and guidance from renowned apiarists from around the world. And we hope we can fly in and out again to continue our apitherapy study trips soon again. So thank you all for listening, and I hope and wish you all well in your travels, and hope to see you down under. Bye for now.